Jamarian Sharp, Miles Kelly, Jordan Hall. For Philly, Hunter Salas, a two-way player, Janai Broom from Auburn, Izan Almanza, Kebe Aluma, and Judah Mintz of Syracuse. So we are ready here at Thomas and Mack. And the officials waiting just a moment to get us started. In the interim, Miles Kelly played for Auburn, played at Georgia Tech before that. You and I were talking about this. This is like an ACC game here with these two squads.
It really is. You talk about Judah Mintz. You've got Matthew Cleveland, of course, Cooper Flagg. There's ACC imprints all over this game. Matt Cross played for 3 different ACC schools.
That's right. That's right. Good point. So here we go. We're going to get the toss between Almanza and Sharp. And Almanza wins, so Philly will begin this one. Judah Mintz, crafty scorer and ball handler. Salas, a two-way player. Lofts it up. Air ball. So Sharp. Cross out there now. Jordan Hall to Cross. Puts it on the deck. Knifes into the paint. Layup no good. Rebound to Broom. Mintz on the step back. Had a little room. Good rebound there by Aluma. And the turnaround hook shot is good.
This is a big lineup for the Sixers. You consider Kebe Aluma at 6'9", playing at the small forward spot. So some size on this Philly team, and Aluma doing the job defensively as well, guarding on the perimeter. Great defensive stand on that possession.
Lewis blows a tire, turnover there. Philly going the other way. Broom, they're telling him to shoot the 3, and you see why right there, a 3-pointer. Says to call me after that.
Well, that was his celebration at Auburn. He and all his teammates did it all season long. If you watch Miles Kelly knock down one, he'll probably use the same celebration.
Oh, he missed on that one, and Broom comes up with the rebound on his former teammate. Turnover there, miscommunication.
And that's just bad spacing right there. Hunter Salas running through the post-up. Almanza has his spot on the block, but didn't know the basketball was coming to him as Hunter Salas was trying to get to that ball side corner.
Jordan Hall with the ball. He can do a little of everything, that's for sure. Kelly on the curl for 3. Kelly gets the 3-pointer to fall, and there it is.
Oh, did he put the celly up?
He did.
Okay, there you go.
But it was a little more sly. You know, it wasn't as pronounced.
Well, I'm sure these two guys have had a little conversation with each other after such a spectacular year at Auburn together.
Left hand for Broom, no good. Rebound, up, and no good for Almanza. 5-3 early here for the Sixers. Hall pulls from 3. Wide of the mark. Rebound batted away, and we have a whistle. Foul there on Almanza. That's his first. You get 10 fouls here at Summer League. So
we've seen some guys try to use all of them.
Yeah, well, Kyle Filipowski the other night came close, and Thon Maker famously got all 10 one time. Thon Maker was definitely one of them. DeMarcus Cousins, too. I did not know that Boogie got fouled out in a
But not surprising.
Yes, that's fair.
Not surprising.
Sharp misses both free throws. And Philly with the ball.
You can't take them home with you.
No, that's true. You might as well use them.
Yeah, you might as well use them, especially if you're a guy that you know is going to be, you're going to be on the roster. Yeah. Boogie knows he is absolutely going to be on the roster when he's drafted by the Sacramento Kings. And so, therefore, you're trying to establish how the game is going to be played for you at the professional level. As Sharp comes up with the huge block shot. He was tremendous with that in college.
Corner 3 on the way, no good. Rebound Sharp. Man, he is huge out there. One thing on TV, the next thing is to see him in person. Now he's all of 7'5". Cross on the 3, too strong. Rebound, Broom. Broom with the handles now. They want him to do a lot of different things while he's out here. Good footwork, left hand short.
But Sharp at 7'5" can still affect shots even when he's off balance. Just being that tall and having the wingspan is able to affect that shot by Broom.
Hall drives baseline, kicks it to the corner. Cross now into the paint. Back out to Hall for 3. Hall no good. Rebound Aluma. Luma a little out of control there. He gains possession. Turnaround jumper, short. Not a lot of buckets here to start. Kelly can shoot it, but he certainly can put it on the deck too. All wide open for three. Gets the shooter's bounce for three.
Yeah, Hall's got a couple of good looks. Gets to see one go down. As you mentioned, the shooter's bounce, and always a benefit to see one go down for you early. Normally starts a trend for the remainder of the game.
Ince finds Broom straight away. Another three-pointer for Janai Broom.
And Janai Broom has the ability to do that. Shot the three very well in college. Of course, played in a two-big lineup alongside Dylan Cardwell.
And that one's going the other way as Kelly loses it. Miles Kelly again, Georgia Tech, and then Auburn. Excellent shooter on the catch and shoot, off the dribble. You name it, he can do it.
Yeah, he just walked by. Janai Broom just walks by Miles Kelly and whispers something in his ear. I'm sure it had something to do with, you better tell your guys they better get out there on me on this three-point line. Already 2 for 2 on the game. Janai Broom showing off that shooting touch, letting his teammate from a few months ago know, got to be guarded from 23-9.
Janai Broom, such a connector, I feel like, on the floor.
Different matchup now with Musa Cisse stepping out trying to defend him.
Mark Armstrong checks in and right away hits a three-pointer.
It seems like most of the field goals in this one have been from three. We know both Dallas's field goals are three-point field goals made, and 3 of the 4 from Philly have also come from beyond the arc. So at least the shooting touches here early, 5:39 remaining in this first quarter here.
The moments that last forever go beyond what we see on the court.
You are the Finals MVP.
On the 76ers. I'm Vanessa Richardson, and Summer League is full of a lot of firsts for the young rookies, even if you're a superstar like Cooper Flagg. He said after that second game, he felt a lot more comfortable, a lot more settled in. Said it's all about trusting the work I've put in. And regarding the ball handling, he was really honest. He said he feels like he was solid, but also said it was exhausting. Summer League head coach Josh Brogemer said he handled it well. He said Summer League is a different beast. He only had 3 turnovers. Handling pressure with that physicality is going to be a big part of the NBA, and he handled it well. And get this, guys, Cooper Flagg said, I missed some free throws. My mom probably didn't like that.
No, I can tell you right now, his mom, Kelly, is his, and Kelly actually coached him.
She was a baller.
At Maine United, but she was, of course, a great player at Maine, but she coached him at Maine United through his EYBL career, so she is probably his biggest critic, but also his biggest fan.
No doubt. And about a year ago, this time last year, as Armstrong scores there on the left-hand layup, he was on the USA Select team that went up against the Olympic team, and that's really where a lot of people caught wind of Cooper Flagg. I mean, people knew that he was coming, but then to perform the way he performed then against those guys, I think really caught people's eyes.
Yeah, he really showed tremendous improvement. When you go back to, you know, a little over a year ago when Cooper was playing at the McDonald's All-American game, the Hoop Summit, all the tour that you play in as a high school senior, he's always been a good offensive player. But the way that he grew from that time to where he started his season at Duke last year, he grew by leaps and bounds as an offensive player. What he does defensively, he's been doing that since he was in the 8th grade. But when you look at what he has done on the offensive end of the floor, the second youngest first overall pick in history behind LeBron James. And that was at a time.
Only 8 days difference.
But that was also at a time where there was not
one and done.
The one and dones you could have, but more importantly, there was not a rule where you had to go to college.
Right.
LeBron came straight out of high school.
Right.
So Cooper reclassed up to be able to be in the draft this year and was only able to do so because he has a late December birthday.
Mark Armstrong, another 3. He's got 8 points quickly here. Yeah, with flag, though, Cisse, wild shot there. Ball will stay. With flag, though, again, I talked to people who were there at those USA Select games, and people who didn't necessarily follow his high school career were like, whoa, you got to see this kid play. And it's different when you're talking about the McDonald's All-American game and you're talking about playing against grown men who are going to be playing representing our country.
Absolutely. And Grant Hill, of course, who is managing director of the USA men's national team, is very familiar with Cooper. Grant lives in Orlando. He was around Cooper a lot when he was playing at Montverde. Yeah. But even Grant was saying, hey, CA, he's improved. He's gotten a lot better offensively. And Cooper really showed that. And again, it was truly after he turned 18 years old, December 21st, he had a jump offensively at Duke that was unparalleled. Of course, scored a ACC record 42 points against Notre Dame in a game earlier this year and just never looked back.
Dallas certainly in great position when the lottery balls bounce their way. So we've got some more substitutions here. Marion Sharp gets back in for Cisse. So one starter out there for Dallas. Also today, you won't see, we talked about Cooper and VJ not playing, but no Ryan Nembhard for Dallas. And then for Philly, Justin Edwards won't play today either.
And Justin Edwards, who's really improved shooting the basketball. And you're talking about the #2 player in the country 2 seasons ago.
Yep.
Went undrafted as Judah Mintz knocks down the 3-ball. And that's an area where Philly wants him to be able to take those shots. More importantly, again, they would love to see him make some, but they want him to have that mindset to shoot the basketball freely. Same with Justin Edwards, who knocked down 5 threes yesterday.
Nice layup there by McLaughlin. Armstrong has played well here at Summer League with the ball.
No, Sharp lost a shoe, but was able to put it right back on and get back down the floor. One of 2 things.
Too.
Yeah, but his shoes can't be tied tight enough. I mean, if you can put it back on that quickly, you got to tighten up those laces.
McLaughlin wide of the mark. Put back is no good. Sharp goes up. He gets stripped by St. Thomas. And Judah Mintz decides to pull short there. Thomas with the rebound. Armstrong, wide open 3. Gets that one to fall. And a timeout. Dallas, as Armstrong has 11 points, an 11-point lead. And Sharp getting his shoe kicked off, getting it back on in one felt swoop. Always something fun here at Summer League.
NBA 2K26 Summer League.
continues tomorrow on NBA TV, ESPN, and the ESPN app. On NBA TV tomorrow, Detroit and Miami at 4 Eastern. Atlanta, Memphis at 6 Eastern. Houston, Portland at 8 Eastern. And then the nightcap, Golden State and Toronto at 10 Eastern. McLaughlin with the shot there. George Sedano, Corey Alexander, and Vanessa Richardson with you at Thomas and Mack. 3 balls been falling for Mark Armstrong and his team. 6 of 12 from the field.
I'm wondering why he's inside the three-point line right now.
Yeah,
4 of 4 from beyond the arc. Don't even step in there, at least until you miss one.
St. Thomas with the midi, no good. Good rebound there by Slauson.
There it is.
Back to the corner, and he gets fouled. Got that one away quickly as he saw the closeout coming.
Yeah, Mark Armstrong off to a great start. Going to get some extended minutes tonight without some of the usual starters in this summer league for the 76ers, and taking advantage of his opportunity. And again, so much of this is about an audition for all 30 teams.
Oh, and beyond.
As well as, you know, teams outside of America, when you consider the fact that many European scouts are here as well. Scouting opportunities and players that can join their rosters in August, September. And early in this game, Mark Armstrong's made himself some money.
No, I don't think there's any question about that. He gets 2 of the 3 free throws.
Yeah, I'm tripping off and missing a free throw, though. I mean, it's so close. How's that happen?
Armstrong, by the way, gold medalist, FIBA under 18 in 2022. He's got as many points as Dallas does right now, Armstrong. All wild pass. Armstrong bats it to McLaughlin. Now Maxwell Lewis on the drive. Gets that one to drop. Maxwell Lewis is interesting. Obviously drafted by the Lakers several years ago. Been on the move since. This Dallas team, you know he can spot up and shoot, and he's athletic, but they want him to handle the ball a little more as we got to travel.
Yeah, especially today, when you consider there's no Cooper Flag, there's no Ryan Nembhard in the lineup. Yeah, that's going to put more onus on Lewis to be a ball handler. Right now, they're also going to task Miles Kelly to do the same. And Miles Kelly didn't handle the basketball a lot at Georgia Tech or at Auburn. But that's one of the things with Summer League. Coaches are often asking their players to get out of their comfort zone and see. I mean, again, you're already uncomfortable trying to develop in a new league, a new environment, but they want to take you even further out of your comfort zone to see what you actually have in your arsenal.
Yeah, well, that makes me think of what Eric Spoelstra said about Khalil Ware a couple days ago, and he had a comment where he said, you got to be uncomfortable or comfortable being uncomfortable in this league.
Well, and that's absolutely the case with the Miami Heat. We already know that. Yeah. And, you know, but we did see Khalil Ware respond
no doubt.
In the correct manner.
Almanza to Funk, wide open for 3. Short rebound. Kelly comes up with it. Now Hall on the move. Lewis, too strong, rebound Funk. Here's the man of the hour, Armstrong, as we're winding down here in the first quarter. 10-second differential, game clock, shot clock. Weaving through the paint to Almanza, gets fouled. So Almanza will go to the free throw line.
Almanza, no stranger to Las Vegas. 2 seasons ago, played his home games, not in this arena, but in Henderson, Nevada for G League Ignite.
Yep.
Playing alongside Modest Buzelis and Ron Holland.
Misses the first.
2 lottery picks in the draft 2 seasons ago. So
Buzelis looked really good here the other day.
He tried to take someone's soul on a dunk on Monday.
There's no doubt about that.
He didn't make it, but man, I tell you what, when they start showing the replays of the misses, that was a spectacular attempt.
Well, and that's the type of stuff you want to see. Slauson with the rebound, but it's going the other way.
Yeah, it's going to be a violation.
Yeah. You want to see those second-year players just dominate.
Make the jump.
Yeah.
You want to see those guys in their second year Summer League make the jump, especially if they had an opportunity to get minutes on their NBA squads throughout the year, which Buzelis was able to do so. As Chicago struggled at times, he was able to get on the floor but you also want to see the level of aggressiveness change. And we saw that with Justin Edwards with the Sixers. Justin started off the year playing primarily in the G League, but by the end of the season with all the injuries, he was a starter at times for the Philadelphia 76ers.
4 seconds to go here, Hall. Step back, way short. It looks like Slauson may have gotten a piece of that. So after one, it's Philly 24-15 over the Mavs. Armstrong, 3 for 3 from downtown. Janai Broom has a couple as well. Sixers are rolling from beyond the arc.
And Gabe, the 76ers have kind of been able to find a rhythm from three. What's the key to defending that?
I mean, I think it's just communicating properly, you know, getting there early on the switches, but also, you know, just protecting the rim. They're good at getting to the rim, so just talking switches.
Individually, what are you hoping to show out at Summer League?
Just that I can compete, you know, I can shoot the ball, and then also just get downhill, you know, do whatever the team needs and just be one of those players that could be a dog, really, so.
Love it. Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Guys.
All right, Vanessa, thank you. Gabe McLaughlin played for the Grand Rapids Gold in the G League along with Jalen Williams. That's the Denver Nuggets affiliate. And he wants to play like a dog, as you see Almanza with the push shot there. Who's your old dog team at Summer League right now, Corey?
Okay, I'm going to start out with two guys who are actually in this game but not participating. Probably number 2 on the chart would be VJ Edgecombe.
Okay.
I would put him there. Of course, Cooper Flagg right there in the mix, but I'm going Cooper at 3.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, so Edgecombe number 1?
Edgecombe, no. Oh. Number 1, Jamal Shead. When I tell
Houston,
you,
yeah, Toronto Raptors. Yep.
When I tell you, he absolutely gets after it. And I'm going to go for Nick Clifford. Nick Clifford with the Kings has been spectacular, doing it on both ends of the floor, but never taking a play off. I'm not sure who my big man is.
I was just going to say, I need one more guy.
I got to put some thought into the big man.
Right. Come back to it. Maxwell Lewis inside the paint rattles one home. Lewis with 4 points. 9-point ball game. I'm gonna need that big man though by the end of this half.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Armstrong snakes through the paint from the free throw line. Jumper's no good. Hall with the board.
That's why he needs to stay outside the line. He's been perfect out there this far.
Maxwell Lewis pump fake on the drive. Reverse layup is good.
That's tough to defend. Maxwell Lewis comes to a stop as though he's going to shoot the pull-up, but then that extended step allows him to get to the other side of the basket for what seemingly looks like an easy layup. However, there's nothing easy about the play that Maxwell Lewis just made.
Todorovic with the turnover there, stepped out of bounds.
Oh, yeah. Judah Mintz is on that team as well. Now, he's not a big.
I was just going to say, Nate, you got a small team. I mean, you could go small.
I mean,
it's your
again,
team.
Cooper can play 1 through 5.
Yeah.
So, again, I mean, if we had to put him at center, but I'm going to think
That's
of
true.
a big. I'm going to think of a big, but Judah is absolutely on that team.
Small ball, big. There you go. Lewis for 3. Lewis gets that one to fall. And a timeout for TJ DeLeo as he wants to talk things over.
Maxwell Lewis has got the Mavs right back into this, a 7-0 run for the Mavs.
Alexander with you here, Philly up 4, and we're joined by the EVP, head of basketball ops for the NBA, newly minted in the role, 3-time NBA champion James Jones. How are you, sir?
Man, I'm fantastic. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Good to have you aboard. So, what went into taking this new role?
A really exciting opportunity. I've had an opportunity to do a lot of things in basketball as a player, working for the PA, being in the front office in Phoenix. I was blessed with that opportunity, and I thought at this stage of my career, this was an opportunity that I couldn't pass up because it allows me to continue to grow in the game of basketball and impact it in a great way, give back to the game that gave me so much.
JJ, you've been in pretty much every area. When you consider the different roles that you've had, even as a player, do you think that gives you a little more, relativity to all the players and all the decisions that you're going to have to make moving forward?
I do. I mean, I say a lot. Like, my whole goal is to make sure that we continue to remove friction from the game that allows our performers to perform. And our coaches, our staffs, our players, the support group, everyone in the NBA, they play a role in making this the best game in the world. And I've been given a lot, and I know what goes into it. So I have a great appreciation for everyone and all of the contributions.
Now, in that role, sometimes you got to be the bad guy a little bit. You got to adjudicate on some things. I know Joe talked about that at times. Have you talked to Joe at all about the role?
Yeah, I did. I mean, and Joe's the best, man. Like, he has the best approach to all of it because he was the ultimate competitor, and he's always done it with the highest integrity.
Yeah.
And he's always tried to not color outside the lines, but he tried to play as hard and compete as hard as he could within clearly defined lines. And so that's my job. My job is to make sure that the players are clear. Like, these are the expectations. These are the things that we do, the boundaries for competing with integrity. And I want them to play with passion. I want them to know we want them to be the best of their best version of themselves, but we have to have some kind of lines that we hold them to.
Well, you played with passion, but you're not that far removed from playing. And when it's all said and done, you're going to actually have to have these conversations with the number of guys that you played against, believe it or not.
Man, the guys I played with are getting few and far between. But
there's that one guy in L.A. that's still going.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. He might go forever. But I mean, but ultimately, the same things remain. These guys are the best basketball players in the world. They're the most competitive players in the world, and they play with passion. And they play with a sense of purpose. And you can never underestimate just how much having someone who sat in that spot, having someone with my experience allows them to know that when we make these decisions about the game, we're doing it with them, with their best interests at heart.
And for those that in the audience that may not know your background, I mean, you've been involved with the Players Association when you were a player. Like, you were the rep, I remember, for many, many years in different spots. Like, this is something I would imagine that you've not only been prepared for from what you've been doing in a front office role and having to deal with players in that capacity, but because of the way you were involved as a player as well.
I mean, you have a great appreciation when you know how hard people work and how hard it is to get here, and better yet, to stay here. And that's always given me that drive to do whatever I can to make whoever I'm working with, whoever I'm playing with, the best version of themselves. And in order to do that, you need to know what you're doing. So that's been my passion, is knowing everything about this game, so that at some point, if someone asks me how they succeed, I have an answer.
Well, I like that. If someone asks you how you succeed, what would be your advice to many of these rookies and first-timers, guys like Janai Broome, Cooper Flagg, B.J. Eshcom, their first attempt, their first summer league, their first chance of being a professional basketball player? What's the first thing that you tell them when you meet these guys?
I tell them show up early, notice, pay attention to who shows up early, but then really understand that you don't know anything about the NBA game. You were the best player at some level. You were probably the best player in high school, the best player in the state, best player in college. Now you're competing against the best players in the world. And the only people that know what that's like are the people in these rooms, your coaches, your teammates. Outside of the building, there is some value to listening, but listen to the people that are actually doing it.
12-0 run here for Dallas after that emphatic dunk there. James Jones with us here, the EVP, head of basketball ops for the NBA. When, you mentioned about how you don't know anything until you know something, basically, with these guys at this age, as Mark Armstrong hits a turnaround jumper there. When did it kind of click for you? I mean, you were, to your point, the best player at American high school. You were one of the best players at the University of Miami. You get to the NBA. When did that click?
I mean, it clicked for me in Indy, my second year in Indy. We had a really good team. Actually, Malice in the Palace I was a part of that. I was on that team that had that unfortunate incident. But when you play with Jermaine O'Neal, Reggie Miller, Ron Artest, Steven Jackson, Jeff Foster, Jamal Tinsley, Jonathan Bender, like all these guys that at that time, 24, 25, 26, and they're the best players in the world. When you're out there competing against them and you get their respect, where they say, hey, you know what, like you're a player, that's when it clicked for me. And I knew that at that point, if I wanted to stay in this league, I had to outwork those guys, but more importantly, I had to gain their respect.
Mark Armstrong continues.
It's like James Jones out there shooting threes.
Just way more athletic.
4 for 4 from downtown.
No, we're not gonna allow you to get away with that one. Your athleticism allowed you to be an elite defender at this level. And when you think about what you have to do on the defensive end, and you mentioned you don't know anything about the NBA until you truly get there. From that standpoint alone, is that the advice you give guys, is how they get on the floor?
100%. Like you talk about scoring in the NBA. These are the best scorers in the world. These guys have been doing it at a very high level. And for the most part, when you step on a team, it's going to require energy. It's going to require effort and a desire to stop someone. Defense wins championships. They say it all the time. Once you get a lead, you need to protect it. The only way to do that is defend. And if you're a rookie, a veteran coach is not throwing you on the court to score a bucket.
EVP, head of basketball ops for the NBA, newly minted in the role, James Jones, 3-time NBA champion. Thank you for stopping by, James.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
All right, we'll be back in a moment. tips October 31st. The much-anticipated tournament returns with all 30 teams in group play and 8 advancing to the knockout rounds. And only one will capture the cup. Visit NBA.com/NBA Cup to learn more. George Sedano, Corey Alexander, Vanessa Richardson with you here in Las Vegas. We got ourselves a game, and Maxwell Lewis strikes again from downtown as the Mavs take a lead 33-31.
Maxwell Lewis up to 15 points now. He's got up to a great start here in this first half. Continues to stay effective after a slow start.
He has 15 in the game, 13 in the second quarter, Maxwell Lewis. Good ball movement, wide open for Kelly. Buries that one.
No selling for Kelly, though. As my guy, Ira Bowman, assistant coach at Auburn University, here watching Kelly and Janai Broome go back and forth. His Broome's turn. He's able to knock down a 3-ball.
And now he had Judah Mintz do the selling with it. Can a Syracuse guy do that? Maxwell Lewis, step back, feeling it. Too strong. You mentioned the NBA Cup a second ago. I was there last year when Milwaukee won against OKC. What an event the NBA puts on there. Huge success thus far. Kelly on the pull up there, no good. Rebound Funk. Slauson on the drive, goes up strong. Ball batted around, back to Slauson somehow.
Not great spacing on that 3-on-2, maybe 3-on-1 on that possession, but the offensive rebound gets it back in hand. These two teammates going at it.
Offensive foul, and Broome not happy about it. Kelly just laughing about it.
If there's anyone that Janai Broome would be okay with getting that offensive foul against, it's his former teammate, and that's why he has the smile on his face as he's talking with the official.
He's saying he flopped. That's what he's telling the official. Under 120 to go in the first half. 2-point ball game. Here's Kelly. Mintz guarding him. From the elbow. Kelly, nothing but net. 4-point lead.
Kelly with the,
forgive me, Lewis with the steal. With the Lewis. Cisse with the athletic move and gets fouled. Took a hard fall, but the big man bouncing up. Slauson will pick up that foul.
Nice steal by Lewis. Gets the basketball in the hands of Moussa Cisse, attacking the basket, showing he can play off the bounce a little bit as well. Moussa Cisse, another one of the guys who reclassed up out of high school. Skipped his senior year. Played at 3 different schools.
Was Mr. Memphis, or Mr. Tennessee, excuse me,
yes.
In high school?
Yes.
And then went to Memphis.
Spent time at Memphis, at Ole Miss, at Oklahoma State, and finished at Memphis.
Yeah, came back.
3 different schools, 4 stops.
Moved to the United States from Guinea at 13, spent a year in New York, and then in Tennessee at 14 years old and beyond. Under a minute to go here. Broome. Mintz gets the screen from Broome. Baseline on the Nash dribble. Working his way back up. High off the glass and in for Judah Mintz.
Nice touch by Judah Mintz. More importantly, trying to get Cisse off balance, is able to do so just enough to get it over the outstretched arm of the shot block.
2-point ball game. Kelly and Mintz doing battle again. Now the switch on to Thomas. Kelly on the drive. The push shot is short. Fighting for the rebound. Kelly comes up with it, but he stepped out of bounds. So 20.5 seconds left. Shot clock is off. Sixers can tie or take the lead here heading into the half. 1 foul to give for Dallas. Under 10. Armstrong has been hot.
Can't go under the screen against Armstrong.
Goes up, and a block there by Cisse. Jalen Williams, the heave. Oh, just short. Won't count, though.
It won't count, but Mark Armstrong, who has shot the 3 extremely well, allowed a defender to go underneath. That should have been a pull-up 3 ball for a guy that's hot, George. And when you talk about hot, Armstrong has been just that from beyond the arc, but he has been matched by Maxwell Lewis. Great game here in the first half.